Troy Herfoss has come over from Australia as a Superbike champion and has really taken this series by storm.
Troy Herfoss, what an impact he has had on the Mission King of the Baggers Championship. On the gas he goes, checkered flag waving, and it's going to be Troy Herfoss who takes the win. For Troy Herfoss, this has been a storybook race.
He's a really good rider. He's a really good person. He gels really well with the team.
We knew he was going to be a good rider. We knew his resume. We knew he could come in and ride the bike.
Troy Herfoss takes the checkered flag and the wins.
And no matter where Troy rides, he's successful.
I'm the easygoing Australian guy, but I hate losing, and I only go racing to win. I was born in Goulburn, New South Wales, a small town in country New South Wales of Australia. Being a country town, we just sort of rode BMX bikes and dirt bikes, and my dad rode as well, so I sort of didn't have much of a choice. I had to ride something with two wheels. He wasn't a pushy father. If the bike was loaded up on Thursday night and I decided I didn't want to race, then that was fine with him. But if I carried on like a spoiled little kid at the racetrack, he let me know about it.
Troy Herfoss is quickly becoming a fan favorite and making a name for himself here in Moto America.
He did, but it was three-time Australian Superbike champion Troy Herfoss who is showing why he's turning this paddock on its ear this year, who would go on and take the win on the last lap over Kyle Wyman.
I'm a jack of all trades, a master of none. I've got a couple of national titles in flat track, and then we moved on to Supermoto. I won an AMA Supermoto championship. Stepped into road racing when I was about 22 years old. Raced with Factory Honda for 10 years, which was probably the highlight for me. I won 3 championships with them, and I just got to a point I'm like, I need to step outside of my comfort zone, and if I'm going to go overseas, it's now or never.
We looked all over the world at the best riders that were available, heard that Troy Herfoss, the Australian Superbike champion, former Supermoto champion, former flat track champion, was looking to make a change.
Luckily, Gary reached out to me from Indian Motorcycles, and he pitched it to me so well. He sort of just come at me as if like, why wouldn't you want to do this? And here's the deal, and here's what we ride, and come and have a try. And I got off the phone to him the first time thinking I'm going to be a King of the Bagger rider.
But we are now 5 races in to their 18 race championship, and things are starting to take shape, and I think Troy Herfoss has just been the biggest surprise.
It has been a surprise. I definitely took the job knowing that I wanted to come here and win, and I thought that being with Factory Engine was a great potential to do that. I find everywhere I go in the world where all us motorcycle guys are passionate in the same way. But I'm definitely enjoying America. The fans here in America just get right behind the races. They really pump the races up, and when I'm at the track racing the King of the Bagger, I feel like I'm really part of something. It's quite exciting.
Kudos to Indian for going out and picking up Troy Herfoss.
Every championship caliber rider I've ever met, they're honestly really similar in that they are driven by one thing, and that's to be in the front. Troy's one of those guys. You don't win as many championships as Troy has without being that way. You just don't.
He wants to win. He's going to drive. He's a nice guy, super friendly, going to joke and have fun. But on the racetrack, he's a super fierce competitor.
I mean, the fire's it's always lit, right? My teammate wants it as well, so we're out there pushing each other. You know, he's a pro's pro, he's a professional, he works hard. I think it's a great addition to the team.
Tyler is a teammate. Him and I are, an inch apart in height, a day apart in age. We cut our teeth through the same thing, flat track and Supermoto, and we've spent a lot of years doing our own thing, and then now we're back here racing Indian Challengers and Super Hooligans together. We're working to the same goal, and we're trying to make these bikes go on the track as fast as we can, so we can put that Indian Challenger on the top step of the podium. So, yeah, 2 different riders, but the same goal.
Troy Herfoss has been hanging around, and he goes up the inside on Wyman. Wyman has to lift. It looked like there might have been some contact for the 33. He's trying to square it up, but it's going to be Troy Herfoss who comes across the line with a big win here at Circuit of the Americas in our first Mission King of the Baggers race. What a move by the Australian.
I've realised through this process that there is a place for me in racing still, and let's just try and win some championships. I didn't expect to be fighting for 2 championships in my first year. I definitely hoped that would be the case, but I can't wait to get back next year and know all the tracks and try and sink myself into a few extra wins and start trying to claw myself into the history books in Moto America.